Oh.
Still not yet.
We live.
Still not yet.
What's going on?
How y'all doing?
Hey,
Welcome to Cullen's Corner.
Hey.
How y'all doing? Come on in here. I'm Paulette.
I'm Cullen.
Hey, what's up? This is DeCarlo.
And I'm Nicole.
Hey, Nicole. Hey, DeCarlo. Ooh, DeCarlo, really, he got his drink on deck. Hey, y'all, come on in this room. We got some stuff to talk about this evening. Wait a minute, Color, what you sipping on? Wait a minute.
Did a little whiskey and Coke. Just a splash of Coke. You know what I mean?
All right, well, amen. Come on now. I got a little pink Moscato over here. DeCarlo, what you sipping on?
With this is vodka and cranberry juice. Cause it's about to get real.
Ooh, it's about to get real. First of all, Nicole, what you sipping on tonight? Water, juice, tea.
Uh-huh.
It will forever
Because
be
baby, because baby, listen, tonight we got the tea. This is what we want you to do. First of all, welcome to brownstoneworldwide.com and KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. We are so excited that you guys have decided to join us this evening for another crazy edition of Cullen's Corner. Here's what we want you to do before we get started, and what I would love to see happen. Yep, I'm getting ready to do that social media thing. Y'all come on in here and like, comment, and share this particular broadcast. If you want to be a part of the broadcast when we start talking about these three hot topics, let us know, and we're going to send you an invite to come up and join us on the screen if you want to do that. So welcome to all of our people who are paying attention to us on LinkedIn, all over Facebook, and all over YouTube, right? So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, y'all know how I like to do. And I want to talk about something that's in the news right now. Two things. Number one, Kendrick Lamar's song is all that. It's called We Cried Together. I'm about to lay down in the floor. Because listen, when I say he put DeCarlo grinning, because you know I'm right. Is the song everything?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the song is powerful. It is a true description of what it's like to be in today's relationships. So if you're a fan, but if you're a hip hop fan of Kendrick Lamar, you will love his music anyway. So I'm a fan. I loved it. It was good. The end got me. The end threw me off. But hey, everybody want a shock value now.
Yeah.
Well, he did that, and I'm not going to tell you all what it is. We have actually shared the video on brownstoneworldwide.com, and we've shared it in our Facebook group, Brownstone's Best. You want to see the video? If you haven't already, go on over to Brownstone's Best, and the video is there under brownstoneworldwide.com. You can definitely see it there. It says Kendrick Lamar and that hot new song that he has out, and he didn't do it by himself, which was absolutely amazing. The set was all of that. Now, let's talk about Brownstone's Best Business Review before we get started.
Okay.
Y'all, first of all, thank you so much for everybody who has been a part of Brownstone's Best Business Review, which is where we actually interview Black and Brown businesses, right? And introduce them to our community. Congratulations to all of the people who have done that. But you all showed us how much you wanted to be a part of it so much that we literally, y'all ready for this? We literally had to shut it down because y'all wore us out all the way until October. Am I right, Cullen?
Sure
All the way
Yes.
October. I was not ready. We are literally regrouping behind the scenes so that we can offer a better product and value to each one of the business owners who want to connect with brownstoneworldwide.com and also KCCR Radio Brownstone. So again, we're in the virtual Brownstone right now. It looks like DeCarlo is in the man cave. Color look like he's in the Brownstone office. I'm in the Brownstone living room. Nicole, baby, where you at?
I'm just at the Brownstone.
All right. Oh, y'all ready for these hot topics?
Let's go.
Ooh, child. Wait a minute.
Y'all come on and share this because it's about to go down. DeCarlo said he had to have a little drink tonight for all of this because we about to go down. It's about. Look, she fanning herself like she's having a hot flash. Listen, okay, I'm with it. So y'all, you ready?
Yes,
All right. Let's go with the very first topic. And I'm going to shut up and mute myself after I read it. Ladies?
I don't know why.
Huh?
I don't know why.
Oh, you already know how I feel, but listen. Okay, number one.
Everybody want to know. You got to mute yourself.
Color. So the first question is, would you serve your man a plate? Is it okay for a woman to serve her man? And I definitely want to hear what the panel has to say about this. Because let me just Hirsch. I'm on Hirsch. Okay. I'm muting myself. Okay, bye.
Well, you know what? I got this question a long time ago, and it always comes up. Nowadays, a lot of people, they say, well, this topic is outdated. But it really isn't, because people get hot, they get bothered when people start asking you. You know how when you at a function, let's say you at your family reunion, and you're not making your guy a plate, and the aunties in the back and teas in the back talking about you. That happens. That happens. Tell me that don't happen.
Yes.
Because they say something wrong. If you don't make it, somebody else will. That's what they saying to you. So my 10 cents is, it don't matter. I don't mind. I actually serve my wife her plates because I'm a cook. So I love being able to serve whatever. If I'm at a function, I don't need her to get up and whatever. She can go relax, do what she got to do. I'm gonna give her what she needs. Because that's what I do. That's all I got to say.
Okay, he gonna give her what she needs. Go ahead, Maya. I ain't mad at you, girl. Cullen, they'll make them like you no more, man. That's what
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Not at all. What you think?
Look at the poll.
What you think, Dakala?
So here,
go ahead.
We'll go with Nicole. I want to hear Nicole first. I don't want to give mine yet. I want to hear Nicole.
Yeah, come on, Nicole.
Come on, Nicole.
So,
She
auntie's not gonna talk about me. Okay, they're not gonna talk about me. I'm gonna serve him, and I'm gonna serve him well. Okay?
All right.
I don't have no problem with that. As you know, it's not just the aunties in the background that's talking. The little heifer over there.
Them helpers that paying attention.
The little heifer paying attention too. And so it does come up, right? It does come up, and I'm with Cullen. If my guy is going to the kitchen, he'll fix our plates.
Right.
But if I'm in the kitchen, I fix our plate because I know what he wants. I know his portion size and all that. But if little happy heifer bring him a plate,
what if he take it though?
Oh, he's not. Not if you know which home you're going to.
That part.
There are things that you have to again, as I always say, every episode, communication.
Right.
We're not gonna do what you ain't gonna do. However, whatever English language you want to use, it you're not gonna feed my man, because I'm not gonna feed yours. So, Cullen, let me just put it over to you. Let me ask you a question. How would you feel if a man brought you a plate?
No, see, that ain't gonna happen. See,
That's not.
But
No.
brothers don't do
That's
that.
not what I asked you.
Brother,
I said, how would you?
I'll tell you what. Okay. Yeah, of course. Ain't nobody gonna get my woman to play. That means something. Just like it's gonna mean something for you. So a brother's not gonna let another brother feed his wife. So yeah, that's my job. But brother's not gonna step over that boundary. I
No,
don't see brothers doing that.
no.
But
I
old
don't see a lot
Thurston
of
Heifer
brothers doing
will. She'll try it.
The heifers will. That
She'll
brothers
try
ain't.
it. And
The
she'll be
brothers may
wearing
go
that
behind
plate.
their back.
I hope she put some good food on it because it's gonna look good on whatever she wearing.
Lord Jesus.
Somebody has killed us. Who is that?
Who?
Hey, Miss Bud, how are you? Hey, Mikey J, y'all. Mikey J wants to join us. Who gonna send him the link? He said he wished that he could be a part of the panel. Come on,
to be
Mikey
on
J.
this panel. Come on, Mikey. What you got?
Listen. So y'all, a lot of y'all don't know, but Mikey J is quite the producer and film producer as well. And I would love to see what he got to say. Oh, Happy Heifer can bring him a plate, but he bet not touch it. She's gonna be standing there looking crazy as hell, y'all. I gotta share this one because she meant that with all of her soul.
I felt that, Khadijah. I felt it. And we got the same name. That's my sister. Hey.
No, Khadijah.
So you and her would never part.
Never. My sister, everything, the whole gamut.
So why is it to me this is a old cliche topic that we hear all of the time? That's my thing. I don't care. Like, my woman, she cooks and stuff like that, but I go and fix my own plate, and things like that. It doesn't bother me. I sometimes do the same thing for her, but it doesn't bother me. It's just what you feel at that very moment. Sometimes she'd be like, you just come fix your own damn plate, and stuff like that. So it doesn't bother me at all. That's the one thing about it. It's an old cliche. Stay on it because of the generation that came, before us and how they were to their husbands or their men or whatever in their situation. I just think about that scene, and everybody know if you ever look at Poetic Justice, that is the perfect scene where you see them looking at Janet Jackson's character as they going up there. And then she look at Regina King's character, come on, are you in love? And she say, yeah. Y'all remember that scene? That's a classic scene. And she tell them, y'all know a thing about love. And that's when they just went cut and dry. That's a classic scene. So it's an old subject.
But it's an old subject that keeps recurring.
Yeah.
Well, but I'll say something. I want to say this really quick. Number one, I've never seen Poetic Justice. So y'all, yeah. So take my daggone black card.
Come on, give it up. Give it up.
You from Milwaukee and Beard. Now you know we ain't have but 3 channels down here, and they play Poetic Justice.
I was out there slaughtering hoes. I don't know what you talking about.
Paulette, don't tell nobody else that, okay?
Don't. Please don't.
It's just between us. Hey, Mikey J, I put the link in your Facebook, so hit it up before we go to the next topic.
Well, go ahead, Paulette.
Here's my thought. Well, first of all, I'm as single as a dollar bill. So I don't even know how this works, right? I've been single as long as KJ is 15. I've been single for 13 years. And I don't know how this works. So y'all gonna have to tell me. Now, even when I was dating, I was with his dad. This joker hardly ever, he was hardly ever around because he was a merchant marine. So there wasn't any. So I'm kind of confused about what the big deal is, because I don't recall my mother serving my dad. What I do recall is we all sat down together as a family, right? And since he was the breadwinner, we sat at the dining room table together, and my daddy sat at the head of the table because he was the head of the household. And guess what sat in front of him? The largest portion of the meal, which was the meat. And then the vegetables preceded him. Not only that, but we had to set the table every night. It was so cumbersome. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't do it now, even though I know how. And what we would do, what he would do is my daddy served the family. Now that's fact. He did
Okay.
that.
And Paulette,
So,
that was
and then
the nightly dinner.
huh?
That was the nightly dinner.
Nightly.
Okay.
And I was responsible for, me and my sister was responsible for washing the dishes. It was awful. But I I don't recall my mother really serving my dad like that. We all sat at the table and he served us. So he would take the plate, pass it back, take the plate, pass it back. And the kids sat in the kitchen at their dining room table, if that makes sense. Until we got of a certain age, we couldn't sit with the adults. So everybody was served by mama and daddy. There was no serve your man this and that. So this is confusing to me. Now, I will say this. If I'm cooking and that joker just so happened to be in the vicinity and I'm making me a plate and he looked like he might be a little hungry, he might get a plate. But y'all got to remember, you're talking to a sister that's been single this long. Hell, I don't even know if I'm supposed to put him down, pick him up, and what time I'm supposed to do that. So this is a little hard to me.
Turn off her mic.
Come on now.
Okay,
know.
so I think Cullen's question applies more to a family gathering. So everybody goes over to Big Mama house for Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all the food is in the kitchen or in a certain room, set up, outside, on the tables.
Right.
So not necessarily the dinner portion. We're talking more of an event where, Nuck Nuck and brought Chi Chi and Chi Chi and brought Boo Boo, all them kind of folks. It's all the cousins, the family reunion, a big holiday party. So again, thinking of it in that environment, are you fixing your man's plate?
Let me clarify. So now that you put it like that, so DeCarlo let the cat out the bag. I'm from Bearden, Arkansas. And whenever yes, surely is. So whenever my Aunt Pearlie Mae would have her gatherings on the highway, on Highway 79, you know what I'm talking about, DeCarlo? She would have, so my Uncle Ellis makes grills, and they're amazing, and they get sent all over the country. They're amazing. So before she passed, we would always go to her house, and she would just have the stuff laid out. Now, if it just so happened that, my dad's wife was there, she'd be like, "Hill, you want to play?" Something like that, and he'll be so busy talking stuff, and dipping his snuff and stuff. He ain't messed up about whether he get a plate or not. And he'll be like, "Oh, I got it. I think it just really, I think because of how I was raised and I saw buffet style, you go and help yourself, male, female, whatever. I really didn't see that. Now, my stepmother cooks for my dad daily. I find that admirable. Now, when he gets home from work, my daddy will go and fix his own plate. Now I know that, because she's done cook. She's been in the kitchen all day and can throw down. That thing can cook now. I'm gonna be home soon, y'all.
But you don't see a problem with doing it, though. That's basically what we asking. You don't see a problem with doing it. You or Nicole?
I don't know. I think it depends on the reciprocity.
Okay, all right.
The tit for tat. So if he's doing it for me and I'm doing it for him,
see, Paulette, that's why I don't agree with, because if I'm doing it, I'm not expecting her to do it for me. That's how it should be. Like, I'm not expecting my wife to fix me a plate or do whatever. She just does it. If she does it, she's gonna do it. If she doesn't, I don't get mad. That's just like, if I make her a plate, I'm gonna make her a plate. It doesn't really. She's not expecting it, but if I do it, great. If not, she's not gonna get mad at me. But
I mean, why should you? Because I feel like this. You got two big old strong legs. You can walk your tail right on wherever the food is. And again,
come on, Nicole. School of Nicole. Come on.
So it's a service thing for me.
Oh God!
I've always, and I've always done that. When I cook, I fix both plates and I bring the plates to the table. I don't have an issue with that. But let's say I cook and then I sit down because he's not home yet, right?
Yeah.
He'll come home, go clean up, he'll fix the plates and bring it to me. So it's just, and it's not an expectation. It goes to the communication. And as I'm older, or season, whichever one you want to call it. I know now I have those types of conversations with my partner about what we want.
Okay.
But for him, it wouldn't matter either way. If he was in the kitchen, he'd fix the plates. If I'm in the kitchen,
Right.
I fix.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, we got some topics. We got some responses here. Trina Smith. Hey, Trina. I had a scenario where we were at my husband's side of the family house for a get together. I asked him if he wanted me to fix him a plate. He said no. He's not ready to eat. He'll fix it when he's ready. I said okay. His aunt talked about me so bad to my face for not fixing his plate, not knowing we already had a conversation as husband and wife that didn't involve her. That part, right? Okay, I told my husband when we got home. So every time he sees her, he makes a petty comment about me not fixing his plate. All right, then we have Rebecca Townsville says she needs to stay in her own plate in her own lane for real. If I offer to make him a plate and he is not ready to eat right then and there, he will fix his own plate when he is ready, or I will fix him a plate and put it in the fridge if we at my mama's house. So, okay, Michael J did join us, y'all. Hey, y'all, come on in here, brother. Oh,
What up,
I
man?
can't wait
What's
to hear
going on
what
now?
Michael J
My
got
brother.
to say. Oh, how you
Yeah.
doing? Long time no see.
Yes.
How you
Yes.
doing? How's it going?
Is your mic
The
on?
world
All
renowned
right,
Michael J.
there we
y'all.
go.
How's it doing, everybody? How's it going?
Yes. Come on here. What is going on with you? First of all, everybody who don't know, this Michael J down here. I feel like I'm in the Brady Bunch. Okay, it's a story. Okay, so really quick, if you do not mind, sir, let everybody know who you are.
Oh, she said it, Mikey
You
J.
got now.
I'm a multi-Grammy nominated hip hop artist and music producer. Got 13 American Music Awards, and I've been honored.
Wow.
Come on,
for
brother.
my
Come on, brother.
and I've been honored for my music and my philanthropic work around 45 times since even knowing these guys. So, and last time I saw them, I was much heavier than this.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Oh, you married? No, I'm playing.
Yeah. So
Look.
currently, I just signed a beautiful distribution deal with Dame Dash as a director, producer of my film content for my production company, Anye Film Group, and I'm just rolling with the punches every day that God allows me to be here. You know.
Amen.
I love it. And y'all don't even know, but Mikey J, before we get started, I'd love to hear your comment. Y'all don't even know this, but Mikey J, out of all of his accolades, back in the day when Cullen's Corner first started, he was one of our very first guests.
That's right.
And this brother still working.
Party ain't a party, y'all. A party ain't a party. I remember when we played that video.
Okay, I'll stop. All right, y'all.
I want to hear what Mikey J had to say.
Come on, Mikey J.
Come on, Mikey J. Let's hear it.
All right, so where you at now about the plate still?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, to each his own. You know, I don't believe a woman should be butt naked and barefoot in the kitchen. That's not my way. If that wasn't brought up that way, you know, if she fixes my plate, great. If she doesn't, if I'm in the same circumference as she is, and I'm thinking she has the obligation to fix my plate, and I'm in the kitchen with her, that's very disrespectful. You know, me being the man that I am, hey babe, I'm gonna fix your plate. You know, no, I got it. You know, it's a common courtesy thing. You know,
yeah,
I'm just not a Neanderthal. You know, I believe that men and women should cater to one another. No one is above one another. You know, if I'm making the egg, she make the bacon. You know,
there you go.
All of this new age millennial. I'm not fixing his plate because he the man. Nah, listen. My mom taught me how to cook. My mom taught me how to clean, fix my plate.
Right.
And I'm really a hopeless romantic. So I would fix my woman's plate any day.
There you go. I agree.
Yeah. I love it. So listen, Miss Bianca Bush says, I almost broke my cousin's face for telling my ex that she got him. I will fix his plate. He laughing in her face. And I told him, don't nobody fix your plate but me. So let's ask this question because this sounds like this is more than just fixing a plate now, right? This sounds
Mhm.
like when a woman is fixing her man's plate when they're in public like that, and the TTs and the brown skin cousins and them is all in the back talking all that noise. This is about marking your territory. Is this more of what this is? Do you think?
Yeah.
Nicole said,
Well,
no?
for it's I can see it a little bit, but if another woman's gonna make your man a plate, yeah, that's just like another
Yeah.
man trying to make your woman a plate. That's kind of
Oh,
disrespectful. It's kind of disrespectful now. Let's
It's
not
not
let's not
kind
go
of
there.
take kind of out that sentence. It is very disrespectful.
Yes.
what? What?
Miss Bianca, I'm not an advocate for violence, but there are some things that I
You know, one thing I gotta say about women. See, men, we don't look for the telltale signs of a
Nope.
woman
Uh-huh.
space being
Yeah.
invaded or intruded upon, right? A
Mm-hmm.
woman can see
Mm-hmm.
how another woman treats her man or doesn't treat her man. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna play
Mm.
chess. So if she sees that she's not gonna fix her man's plate, guess what? Okay,
Mm.
let me start here. She gonna fix that plate to show him this is what she should be doing. And if she ain't doing it, I'm starting with the plate. Then I'm gonna make your bed next.
Mm.
come on, Mikey J, tell
Mm.
the truth, shame
There
and
you go.
No.
There you go. You're right about that.
There you go. So
listen,
listen, Miss Bianca said, my cousin I hold. So that's something else. Like you, that's what she said. Is right there. I didn't say it. I just read it. So it kind of lines up with what Mikey J just said, which is, I'm fixing this play now. Keep playing if you want to. Girl, I'm making the bed that he in and
and that's
tucking him
because
in.
what does the saying go? The fastest way to a man's heart is through his
The
stomach.
hardest first stomach.
Yeah.
Put some food in front of my man and see don't I get to your heart.
Oh,
I can't even
now I'm gonna leave
dispute
that to
that.
the men. I don't know if that's true or not, y'all. Come on now. All right,
No,
you
that
guys, we're gonna move to the next topic. Before Cullen raps on my, he's like, so okay, so y'all listen really quick before we start. Here's what I want you all to know. Listen, you ready? BrownstoneWorldwide.com. Yes, it is commercial time. Listen, when is the launch, everybody?
on September 5th.
Yeah.
September 5th.
There we go.
Did y'all forget? So listen, the launch of brownstoneworldwide.com, actually our soft launch begins on September 5th. What does that mean for you? If it were me, I would go ahead and I would log on my phone or on my desktop computer, brownstoneworldwide.com. It's actually running and live right now, but of course we're still going to be adding to it because we're taking your feedback and we're going to help make it a better place for you to be. What we are doing currently, guys, is we are changing the narrative on how we are seen, how we represent. Hey, Tony Sanchez in the building. We are changing the narrative and who we are. Like I said, like this, Mikey J is down here, and then if I go over here, then y'all see that Nicole is over there. Listen, let me tell you something. We are currently in the brownstone virtually. We are the brownstone, right? We are black and brown people, and we are strong and stone, and we are here to change the narrative of who we are as a people and as a community. We are building a community of sorts, and we want you all to be a part of that. How can you stay connected to the brownstone? First of all, go ahead and download the app, KCCR Radio, the Brown Center. There are new shows that are coming, and shout out to Miss Nicole Johnson, who happens to be on the call tonight. Her show is coming up soon. We have Marshawn Olanian, who is also getting a show, and we also have Tony Sanchez, who is literally in our chat right now, who has a show Saturdays and Sundays. What are we currently looking for? We're looking for sponsors. We're looking for advertisers. We are looking for people to pledge to keep the Black NPR open, alive, and well. We're going to be providing more information about that in the future, but we definitely wanted to let you know to check out brownstoneworldwide.com. All right, you guys, back to the questions. Y'all ready for this one? So, Coach, what you want me to do first? You want me to
Go
read the
ahead.
question first?
Yeah, read the question, then you can play
This
it.
is a big,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to play a video for y'all. hopefully it's going to be nice. Number 2, the question of the night is, can women and men be best friends without having any sexual interest toward each other? What happens when something platonic crosses the line?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Y'all ready for this video? Y'all, I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see what happens. Because I didn't believe it. And Cullen schooled me real quick. All right, let's check this video out.
Do.
Okay. You got a boy best friend?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Why every girl got a boy best friend? So basically, you know the stereotype, girls can't have boy best friends because they be doing shit.
That's a lie.
That's a lie?
Yeah.
So you never did anything with your boy best friend?
I never did nothing with my boy best friend. He respect me.
Interesting.
Respect you? How long y'all been best friends?
For mad years.
Mad years. And y'all never did nothing?
Nothing.
Like, not even kiss?
Not even kiss. Not even on a drunk night. Nothing.
Bro, that's
I have a
crazy.
boyfriend for that. Why I need to do that with my best friend?
I'm just curious. So basically, I want you to call your boy best friend today and tell him like your boyfriend been acting up, and you need somebody to come through, and you need somebody to kind of cheer you up, etc. Like,
Okay.
how you think he gonna? You know what I'm saying? How you think he gonna be?
He probably gonna try to beat him up, but okay. He better pick up. Best friend. Best friend. Why so loud? It's so loud where you at.
Not my fault. I'm going home right now. What's up?
All right, I'm calling you because this nigga keep acting up again. He's about to make me pop on him.
Oh, you mean that bitch ass nigga?
Don't call him a bitch ass nigga. But he dead moving like one.
You know, I just don't want my best friend to be treated right for me. Like,
Yeah,
Tell him can you come through tonight?
what happened?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm sad. You think you can come through tonight?
You want me to come through?
Yeah, I'm sad. So you make me feel better. Why you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Finally!
What happened? My fault. Yeah, I could definitely come over. I could slide through.
You want
get some wine? I get some wine for us, some dope.
wine?
Yeah, what happened?
Best friend. Wine?
Like, yeah, get some wine. Like, I know you like wine and shit. For me,
Best
shit with some wine.
Best friend, it was a prank. Best friend, it was a prank.
All right. All right. So I think we heard enough. So what I'm understanding, folks, let me ask the question again. Corner family, can women and men be best friends without having any sexual interest towards each other? What happens when something platonic literally crosses the line? So can I start? Because I think the reason I want to start is because I think that it can happen, and I am going to tell you why. Cullen, how long have I known you?
Forever.
You my homeboy, you my ace. Forever. I
though.
say this all the time. Cullen and I have known each other since before I had boobs. So that means that's a long time. Okay? Okay. So we grew up in the same neighborhood. We went to high school together. I was the manager of the wrestling team, and I dated your best friend.
That's right.
Not one time. You are Cullen. See, a lot of people don't know this. Cullen is my oldest daughter's godfather. The day she came home from the hospital, Cullen was knocking on the door. I want to see this. I got to see this. We were freshmen in high school, I think, right? I mean, freshmen in college at the time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Cullen has always been a mainstay. It's like if something happened to Cullen, he like family to me, like for real. You know what I mean? Like I know his brother, his sister, his dad, his mom, may she rest in peace. So we're family. Rodney, Lamont, you know what I mean? Like all your family. And so I have always to Cullen like a brother. So I can honestly say from my perspective that it can happen because you and I have proved it. Period.
Okay.
Cullen is Cullen Carey. Like he's my brother. Like I don't understand why people can't get that through their thick skull that you can love someone of the opposite sex and it not be anything to it. All right, I'm done.
No, I agree, Paulette. You know, to a certain extent, right?
Oh Lord.
So as a man, we us men know how brothers think, right?
Yep.
So as far as you and I are concerned, it's a little different because you dated my best friend. There's man rules there. So you date my best friend, there's no coming back from that. So you just a sister to me forever. Forever. You know, I don't care what boobs you got, I don't care what walk you have. You just a friend to me because you dated my best friend. That's his man rule, number 52. All right. So
nigga laces 15 and 35. Thou shalt not cross my homeboy's path when it comes to women.
Yes. But okay, so here's the thing. Like, you know, I don't know if people saw it in the video, but a lot of times a brother will be best friends with a young lady. I can see it happening. Yeah, y'all can be friends, but it's always that one person, whether it's the lady or the guy, that has more of an interest in being more than friends. But they don't want to cross that line because they're friends. They don't want to mess stuff up. But if that person opened the door, that other person can run just like that's like the guy did on the video. And that situation happens a lot more than you know.
Yeah.
More than you know. Not saying it can never happen because obviously you and I we're friends till we die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it can happen, but it does happen a lot more when you have guys, especially if you get into relationships and you have a guy best friend, and you got to make sure that guy knows your husband or your boyfriend or whatever, because your guy can understand what's going on, and if he knows your husband, your boyfriend, then it'll kind of relax more than I'm just going out with my guy friend. You stay here. See that don't work well with me. I got to get to know that person first. What you think, Mikey? What you think about that?
Wow. So let me touch this from two spectrums, right? So I'm 43 years old now, right? 30 years ago, the ignorant part of me would have been like, nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
We are not doing that. Because at that time, I couldn't be your best friend. I'm trying to smash.
Yep. That's true.
Because behind every look, you could be a best friend. There's a difference between calling somebody your brother or your sister and being a best friend. 99.9% of the women out there and men, they marry their best friend. So now, and a lot of women, and y'all may know this. Who remembers that's your Uncle Daddy? That's Uncle Daddy. That's Uncle Daddy Cullen.
Come on, boy.
Right?
Come on, bro.
That's Uncle Cullen. That's Uncle Cousin Jeffrey leaving at 1 a.m.
Yes. Come on. Come on.
right?
Right.
So you had a family function, and your 10-year-old daughter, your 10-year-old son, like, hey, grandma, that's Uncle Daddy Jeffrey. He come over every night and leave in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's mommy best friend.
Nice.
That's mommy best friend. No, that's Uncle Daddy Jeffrey. They make all kinds of noises at night.
Come on.
But that's
Somebody lay
the
on the floor.
old me. So now the
Yeah.
new me who's matured over the years, many years, who actually found his inner kingship. Because I wasn't a king back then. You know, I couldn't be considered a
Yeah.
king. And now looking at it from a different lens and a different perspective, I'm where Cullen is at. As long as all parties know not to cross no boundaries. Oh, that's my woman. That's my man. Even some women, best friend, whatever the case may be. But you really got to you got to walk on eggshells when, because your best friend can actually still be scheming behind your back, waiting for that mistake to happen.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Especially your best friend knows your relationship, knows what's wrong,
Yeah.
and behind their mind, they're like, well, I can
And knows
fix
what
that.
you like.
So,
Right.
like I
Right.
said, if if my lady, said, that's her best friend, he getting knocked out. I'm only playing. You gotta trust your spouse, man. You gotta have faith in your spouse, and your spouse is not just her heart, but her intellect and her intelligence.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
the heart is very tricky. It's very emotional. So we have to
That
start
part.
thinking with our minds and utilizing our intellect.
Right. I agree with that. 100%. Nicole, what you got for us, ma'am? You're not gonna do that. Girl, everything come a scandal on.
Right.
Come on in here.
Scandal. So I do believe
Okay.
there's a lot of factors that have to go into that as far as the friendship. But there cannot absolutely be any attraction on either side, right? And I agree with what Mikey J said. He, 30 years ago when he wasn't, king, right? So as last time somebody said they was having a hot boy, hot girl summer. Okay, now we can't be friends, and we can't be, that kind of. So I've had a male best friend. There was a significant age difference in it. So I really was the little sister. Okay. And where I grew up, every little sister who needed a big brother when she didn't have her own biological brothers.
Right.
So I was the oldest
Right.
of 4 girls, and Dion was my big brother. Nicole had the biggest crush on Dion, but he was in high school, I was in elementary school. He'd have died that summer. But I was that Mama wasn't putting, and Mama was shorter than I was, and she killed him. So it can, but in this day and age where I am now, where we sit now, I believe that it is very possible, but both parties have to really understand the relationship between each other.
Right.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. And I still believe that she's sipping on her tea. That it is highly possible. Now, let me clarify that all of my current friends are sitting in this room. Okay, so I have a lot of guy friends. Okay, if that's any, right? And so DeCarlo and I are damn near family, and so it's like on the cool. Most of my friends are guys, and it doesn't bother me. I'm not saying that it's possible, but we'll say this: not one has ever tried to holler. Not one. Not one.
Now, and
So
that there's a
I think
reason
it's
why that
scary.
is.
Right.
There's a reason why, because a lot of guys, even if they have an interest in you, they won't say nothing until you
Yeah.
say something.
That's true.
You open that door like old
Yep.
girl in that video, and see how he was laughing like
Mhm.
finally I've been waiting all these years. Yo, he was
Yeah.
waiting on that. He
Yeah.
played the long game. He
Told
played
you.
the long game. He was ready.
I'll take it even further.
Said,
I'll take it
and
even further.
years.
If you pay attention to his language and how he was the shoulder that she was crying on.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He was her knight in China armor, and he was safe because he wasn't trying to press her into that part. He was just being a safe person. But when she opened up Pandora's box,
Mm.
that man lost his ever loving mind.
He lost his mind.
And it was just like he won a championship because he's been waiting for that. So let's look at the real. I think every male that's sitting right here in this panel and the men that's listening right now will honestly agree. We all may have had a female friend during those time frames where we were cool with.
Yep.
And a lot of times that it happened is simply because either we're waiting in line or she's waiting in line. And every time that you introduce
Wait
a
a minute.
girl to her, I said either he's waiting in line for that girl or she's waiting in line for him. And a lot of times it is here's the reason. You take your spouse or your girlfriend to that female friend, she already judged her. She already said, I don't like her. Her toenails ain't right. She coming up with some bullshit, automatically trying to, sit here and judge and knock her out. And then later on, it's gonna be like, well, I don't think she's for you. I don't think because it ain't her. And you know the signs, but what we do, a lot of times we're naive to the signs of that type of stuff. And before you know it, when the opportunity presents itself, here's somebody trying to walk in that door. They waiting on the right moment, right time, right setting.
Yep.
And usually it's either going to go 50-50 way. It's going to happen or somebody's going to get hurt. But can it be possibly done? Yes. I give you an example, and I think every person should look at this. Everybody know about the artist LaToya Luckett. She had an album that came out like 4 or 5 years ago that was based on this type of situation. And I suggest that anybody that's out there go check out Back to Life. It's a great video. It's a great concept that led to this type of conversation that we're having right now. And I think it'll show you that there's always that person that's waiting for the opportunity to walk through that door.
Oh, there you go.
That's crazy. Well, hell, where they at? They waiting, child. I've been single 13 years. What's happening? I'm looking. Where they at?
You got broke best friends.
Yeah,
You got broke best.
exactly.
But he's not lying, man. He hit the nail on the head because they just waiting in the wings.
Mm-hmm.
Lying in the wings, just waiting.
Let me add one more.
Girl, he put it down last night.
Yeah.
No, see, Mikey took the thought right out of my head. I had to tell me when I was a newlywed, if he laying it down like that, should nobody know about it. Because those times when you not home, she'll be your friend and be knocking on your door trying to see if she can see how he let it down.
Hey,
What you talking about?
Hey, Nicole, like you said in your comment, you said they playing yoga. They doing yoga. That's what she trying to come do. Some yoga. I left my yoga mat over here.
Okay,
and
Vanessa, I'll tell her to call you so she can get it. And honestly, my husband said, "Hey, she outside. She needs to pick up something." I said, "Tell her I'll be home in an hour. Sit in her car."
And most of the time when women when women think that way and they don't want another woman in the house because they know their best friend is a certain way.
No, here's my thing. I don't want to find out if she a certain way.
Because here's the reason why I say that. I could put my woman in a room with my group, my circle of friends that I associate myself with, and I don't have to worry about a thing. There's a rule, like you said, fellas have a rule. If something happens to me, I know she'll be all right. If I'm in the hospital or something like that, one of my friends will make sure she's good. There's a lot of people that you can't put in there. Okay. So most of the time, like a woman knows an instinct. If she know that woman if she know that she got the T on this woman, this her best friend, She ain't letting her in that house. Not when she ain't there. I don't care if she need a night
Lord.
dress to go to Sunday school. She is not getting in that house.
What that song say? I don't want nobody sitting around me and my man.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, you guys, we have a couple of comments that are starting to come in, and I definitely wanted to make sure we read those. Teresa Robinson says, only way that would work is if they are not attracted to each other. Otherwise, why are they just friends? Trina Smith says, yes, everyone of the opposite sex isn't attracted to every single person of the opposite sex or will be romantically compatible. Stacey Ayala, heterosexual men and women are so different. It seems impossible that they can be best friends. I would say I've never experienced any of the sort. Men and women are so different. Let's see. That looks like that was it for now. Okay, so you guys are starting to read those comments, starting to get in with those comments. And you guys, I'm gonna just say this, and I know we have to wrap up because Colin has us on a tight schedule. But listen, y'all, I just wanted to say, just from my no Dr. Feelgood is what Tony Sanchez said, right? But what I want us to understand is this. We are so different. Everybody is different. And we all have different wants, needs, and desires. I just think me personally, I've never had that happen where somebody was trying to be my bestie. Men are very clear, I think. And I don't know if maybe I just happen to be one of those clueless ones. And I don't forgot since it's been so damn long. Hello. I don't recall nobody coming at me like that ever. And, so there you go. All right. So we got a topic, y'all. But before we begin, I got something I want to share with y'all. And you know I'm going to do it. Go on over to our Facebook page, Brownstone's Best, or the Brownstone Center later on this evening. And I want to share with you this beautiful photo. But it's bigger than just the photo. Because remember, we said that we're the Brownstone. We're brownstoneworldwide.com. As a matter of fact, where we are changing the narrative. Welcome home, right? So guess what we have for you? I want to show you all this. Listen. Y'all spend a whole bunch of money. Y'all got a lot of things that y'all like to do. You want to save money? Well, go ahead and get that black card. Here's what you're going to be able to do. It's an exclusive membership that is built for the culture that we are talking about. You're going to be able to enjoy premium experiences and shopping without paying premium prices for your travel, your food, your restaurants, your dance experiences, and everything else in between. I'm talking about not just local travel. I'm talking about global travel. You want to find out more about the Black Card? Here's what I want you to do. Head over to the Brownstone's Best Facebook page, and the link is going to be there after the show so that you can get access. And right now, I know that the Black Card is offering a 50% off special right now. And once you get in, you're able to get access to thousands. I said yes, thousands of different ways to save money being a part of this particular membership. Not only that, but you also get an annual subscription to Essence Magazine. Along with that, we'll be sharing this once again on brownstoneworldwide.com. And the gentleman that actually started this particular card, Dino Cummings, is going to be joining us on Brownstone's Best Business Review. I'm super excited about that. I just wanted to kind of share that with you. I know we have another topic that is coming up. Once again, that is the Black Card, a part of brownstoneworldwide.com. You guys, go ahead and like, comment, and share. Go ahead and check out brownstoneworldwide.com. Little window is going to pop up, and if you want Brownstone Living magazine sent to you on a regular basis, go ahead and enter your email address. We got you. All right. What's our final topic of the evening, folks?
Can women think like a man when it comes to sex? Can women, like men, have detached sexual encounters?
I'll take that first.
Interesting. Go ahead, Mike.
First off, women are very sexual creatures, man. They are very sexual. They're very sensual, and they are in the bedroom. If they are experienced, they will be the aggressor. A woman knows what she wants in the bedroom. She knows what pleases her, and if she really knows the guy that she's in the bedroom with, she knows how to please him. Even if she doesn't even know him, she knows how to please a man. So a woman can definitely think like a man on that level. Business wise, I don't know if it's related to business wise, but a woman 95% of my staff from my production company, even my music, 99.9% of them are female. Because women don't think about men all day. They think about getting that bag.
There you
They
go.
think about paying their bills and their mortgage and going to the next level. So that's why I really like to hire a lot of women, because women to me are very nurturing. They're very cultivating. They're very easy to talk to. For me, women that work for me, I look at them as mother figures, man, or big sister figures that I can just talk to and rely on emotionally, spiritually, and mentally for me. Now, the second part of that question, what was it again? The second part.
Can women, like men, have detached sexual encounters?
Oh, definitely, bro. A woman would cut you off in a heartbeat, yo. Thank you. Gotta go. Got that nut off. See you later. Come on, let's keep it 100, man. Look, men, if it's good, we going back.
Oh yeah.
Woman, if it's good, she'll put you in the cabinet with the rest of the cans, and decide from there which cans you gonna open on that weekend. We know what it is.
The rest of the cans. I ain't never.
Not the cans. Now maybe.
What you got, Nicole? Come on.
Who's child? I'm about to have a pass out, but let's come back, Mikey J. Listen, I do believe that in this day and age, women have become more aggressive or more open with their sexuality.
Yeah.
Because in the past, not so far off, it wasn't feminine for a woman to be sexually aggressive, right? I don't know. But now, you look at, and I said this on my post, look at Robin Givens' character in Boomerang. She was the aggressor. She put the money on the table and got up and was like, I got to go to work and I got a meeting in the morning. I'm out. You leaving? Yeah. So she was embracing hers, and now it's not seen as feminine, but women don't care. They, like he said, they will get it, they will hit it and quit it. And so I don't see anything wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with a woman embracing her sexuality, her aggressive sexuality, the same way men embrace it. Because it's sexually aggressive men probably need a sexually aggressive woman.
Can I just say one thing, please, real quick?
I agree.
I'll just piggyback it. A lot of men are really shocked. A lot of men get shocked when a woman flips the script, because like a lot of men don't expect a woman to be an aggressor, and when they get that flip, they be like Eddie Murphy in that bed with the sheet, like this,
in the fetal position, trying to get the thumb out his mouth.
Men better wake up, man.
But y'all know why? Because the roles in a certain way has reversed. Like she said, the empowerment is different now. Because here's the thing: even though this is remote, and y'all know, when you get one of them to get one of them certain remotes that y'all know what I'm talking about, it's got 400 different vibrations on that bitch, and it's hooked up to a car battery. So our 3 to 5 minutes that we be trying to give our best to don't work no more.
Oh my God!
Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Let's look at the reality of it. Huh?
You're absolutely, Carlo. I can please myself better with this battery over here.
You hear me? So how can I, as a man, compete with the Gawk 5000? How? It's not possible. So here's the thing that's happening, and this is where it comes to, like Mikey J said, like Nicole said, the empowerment has changed. Now women don't, they're in power rooms, they're holding powerful positions, They're changing. Men, we
Yeah.
sitting up here still doing our
Yeah.
same normal duties, 9 to 5 or whatever your hours are.
Yeah.
If you got your own business, you do what you do.
Uh-huh.
We coming home, the woman's still out there
Yeah.
getting it in, like Mikey J says. So when she coming in, it's only two things on her mind: where that thing at, or I'm finna go to sleep. That's it. So that's what's changing.
That part. Now, let
And
me
that's what's
also
the
say
shock
this.
value of men.
Let me just say, it's not the 5,000 is
Absolutely.
over.
Let me also say this. I'm going to add to this. He said, okay. So listen, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there because it's not a bad word. And there's an echo. I might be on somebody else must have something on, but listen, y'all, he's talking about the rose. The rose comes in different speeds and it also has different attachments. It is not because I own one, right? Because I'm of a certain age, I ain't got to do nothing. I'm just living my best life out here, okay? With hot flashes. Hello. What I'm saying is that I have seen this bad boy. I have seen, and Lord have mercy, have I seen. A sister had hers wrapped around her neck, talking about, I'm going home to my man. So when you say that, you're absolutely correct. Number one, the roles have changed. We're talking about women who are in the boardroom. We're making decisions. We're building our businesses.
Mm-hmm.
This is a perfect example of that, right?
Right.
And Nicole, you're a business owner, and we're in corporate America, and then we coming home. Let me tell you what I ain't finna do when I come home. I'm not finna lay up with you and then you want me to get up and make you some bacon and eggs with cheese on top. It ain't happening. I can do that for myself, or I can order DoorDash after I'm done with my rolls. Hello, again. So
Yeah.
listen, hot flashes and CRS. So listen, let me tell you something. I will profess to not owning one, but I have heard that this bad boy will knock your socks off. And yes, DiCarlo, to your point, I have heard that women don't need y'all. Listen, we ain't got to
No,
put up with your attitude. So here's the thing. If we know that we can do that by ourselves and we're doing everything by ourselves anyway, and all we got to do is go and buy somebody that we can hang around our neck when we get ready, why wouldn't we want to be in a position where if we do want to get down with somebody, we just get down and we get up and we carry on? The
but that's
roles
the
have
thing.
absolutely.
Like you said, here's the thing: we got to go back and listen to everything y'all saying. It used to be taboo for a woman to have her own
Mm-hmm.
sexuality. It was
Yep,
so taboo for them not to express themselves. Now we live in a society where they're able freely to
yep,
express themselves any way they can.
absolutely.
If they want the super shooter 2000, they can go into their shoebox or that nightstand right there and go get it. If they got a guy they sitting there and in case emergency break open glass, they gonna hit that button, call him, and guess what? Like that boy that was screaming in that video when that girl was ready to give him a chance, he on his way.
Yes.
It either on a bike, Uber, or a beat up car. He coming. That's what's happening now. The
Wow.
roles are simply changed because the empowerment has changed.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of
And I
people,
don't,
they have sent, when we posted this topic, a lot of people
yeah.
sent in like anonymous posts talking about, women
Mhm.
can catch feelings more than men, and all this good stuff. I'm like, but like you said, things have kind of reversed now. I think nowadays, it's okay for a woman to have a partner or have other partners and have sex, and talk about sex. And
Hmm.
back in the
Right.
day, you couldn't do that. You really couldn't do
No,
that. It still probably is
No.
not as to the extent where men are, but it's to the extent where it can be okay, and they can probably go to the Carlo house and smash him, and then go home, and now you have to worry about him anymore. And the Carlo be sitting right, like this, and they're like,
listen.
Storming is
If they leave it at 1:59 because they don't want to stay past 2 o'clock, they gone. That is what's happening these days. Folks is
Hey,
getting up.
can I say something, please, real quick, man?
go
yes,
ahead.
I'm listening. Look, any woman who depends on something made by Mattel other than a GI Joe,
Preach it.
No matter what you got, I don't
It
care.
does.
It got a 10,000 watt voltage.
It don't.
Nothing will ever be able to replace the warmth,
Yep.
the touch, the intimacy,
What you got to say, Nicole?
the sensuality of a man.
That's it. He said it.
What you
He
got to say,
said it.
Nicole? You got this look on your face.
And we in our 40s. I'm not in for no rat race.
So, Mikey,
I feel you, Mikey.
but you have a lot of women who are not looking for that anymore. They're not
Yeah.
looking for that. And you have women who are finding more comfort in the arms of other women.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
But
Because that's the culture. You know. I'm glad we on this because that's what's going on in the culture. Because that's what's going on in this culture today.
that's
You
it.
know, we don't have black women, black and brown women who are old school anymore. They're
Nope.
listening to these Meg the Stallions. They're listening to the wrong people about relationships, about love and life. When in actuality, you should be listening to your grandmother with them old school ways, or your great grandmother, or even your mother
Right.
got them old school ways. These new school females, these new school chicks, they're gonna forever be lonely and
That's
fucked
right.
up in the game because they trying to live an independent lifestyle. Independent lifestyle does not mean independence from a king.
there you go.
There you go.
An independent lifestyle means you are a free thinker, free will. God made us all independent. So when these women are screaming, my independence, nobody had a chain around your neck and had you in shackles.
I agree with that. Yes, he's keeping it 100.
I agree.
Out there.
He tell the truth.
True. He tell the truth because you.
It is, but I'm gonna also say this.
Go ahead, Paulette.
Oh no, go ahead.
And Big Mama, because Big Mama nowadays is 30.
Show lives, and she at the club right now as we speak, trying to get she with a Fashion Nova outfit on.
She at the club with her kid. So
yeah, with the Fashion Nova outfit on, talking about girl, this work.
She over there with the Lizzo outfit with her butt cheeks hanging out.
But that's what it's going to.
So to an extent, I 100% agree with what you're saying, Mikey J. But I'm also going to put this out here because see, Cullen, what you did was you opened up a can of worms, and Charlotte Cunningham says absolutely. So listen, real talk. What I'm going to tell you is I heard what you said about listening to grandma, listening to mom, and so forth, and the great grandmothers and stuff like that. But see, let's talk about some stuff we don't want to talk about. And the reason why it's okay for us to talk about this now is because, and one of the reasons why you find a lot of women who are independent, because we watch Big Mama get beat down. We watch Big Mama take care of her husband's kids that was across the street because he was hanging out with Mary at night. And then he told her what she was gonna do, and she better, because she didn't have no choice because she didn't have her own income. So where's she gonna go with them 9 kids that he left her with, that he burdened her down with? Now that's the stuff we don't want to talk about. And so as a young woman, and I'm talking about me, as a young woman, hearing these stories from my aunts and witnessing my mom go through different things, even though my mom was married until she passed. So I witnessed a lot of things in terms of love and relationships. And I vowed myself personally that I would never allow somebody to do me that way. So I made a decision that I was going to be more cautious, and I haven't been, because y'all, I'm going to say it again. Y'all ready? I'm finna put my business in the street like I always do. I got 4 children. Listen, we in the color purple now, and all of them got different names. Okay? So what I'm saying is ultimately at the end of the day, I made a decision that there were certain things that I wasn't going to put up with because I witnessed it. And it's okay for us to hear what Big Mama and them got to say, but they were saying more by not saying anything. And so that flipped the script for women my age and women who are younger than me as well, because I taught my daughters to be independent, to not depend on him. And not to say that you can't have anybody, because my daughter just got married to a wonderful man. That's not the issue. The issue is being able to hold it down, because sometimes he ain't coming. We're in a different era. We're in a different time. You know what I mean? And so if a woman wants to go out there and get hers and get on down, and I'm gonna read some of these comments, if she want to get on down and go back to the house and have her peace when it's all said and done, see, that's what I want. I want my peace. I don't want you coming up in here with your boxes on and they got a hole in it. You want me to be up in here stacked up with my stuff all up in my throat and my stilettos on, and you walking around here trying to get you some, with your boxes on with a hole in it and a pair of socks that you had on for 3 days. Bro, you better carry on.
Hey,
I'm
See,
not
see,
doing that.
let me help you with that. That's why we depend on Christmas for us to get some good draws.
There you
That's
go.
the problem.
Yeah.
You don't know why these
Hey,
hoes
Paulette,
come in.
Paulette,
I'm
can I
listening. Yeah.
piggyback off what you just said? You know,
Yep.
in all seriousness, my
Yep.
grandmother had 9 children. I believe 5 of them were female, right? My mother is the oldest child, and the stories I heard about my mother beating men up. My mother boxed.
Hmm.
My mother used to beat
Oh,
up men, like real talk. And she met this one guy, and instead of beating him up, he used to beat her up.
Oh.
So I
mm,
witnessed a lot. You know, look, I'll be honest with y'all. I'm very transparent. You know, I come from a street life, a real deep rooted street
Yeah.
life. And I went to jail. I got arrested twice over this man putting his hands on my mother. Um, I was about 16 the first time. I tried to blow his head off in the house. They arrested me for that. I beat the case. My brother took the gun charge. It was crazy, but I get where you're coming from, because to see my mother, when I come home, my mother didn't have any more teeth in her mouth, or to see my mother, you know,
mm,
battered and bruised, a woman who I know to be strong, and from what my family told me, that would put her hands on a man first and dare them,
Mm-hmm.
even, that really, it didn't hurt me, it disappointed me. And my mother was a strong, empowering, uplifting woman, you know. So when I say the big mama, they're out there. We just they just have to raise their hands.
Yeah.
A lot of the big mamas who are out there, it's not that they didn't come complacent. The younger generation isn't listening to them.
There you go.
that's right. That's
You,
it.
and it's sad. So when I be seeing, I'm gonna be honest, guys. In all seriousness, I got daughters, man. My daughters are grown. Like I got daughters in their 20s. I'm like,
Wow.
wow,
I
Right.
and
feel your pain.
to see these women over here twerking and putting their bodies on social media, I'm like, yo, we gotta do better, man. And this coming from a man who admires, back then, of course, a woman's anatomy.
Oh yeah.
But yo, honestly speaking, I'm tired of seeing it, man. I'm really tired of seeing
Damn.
it. I'm really tired of seeing it. It's whack. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't get you the job. It doesn't get you anywhere further in life except for likes. Like, there's a difference between being liked and liked. So if you're
Okay.
doing it for
Mm.
your life, then great. But you're doing it for likes, that's a whole different situation. Clout
Right.
chasing and
Yeah.
all that. I just want my black and brown men and women, man, to just do better by one another, love one another,
Love it.
cherish, honor,
Yeah.
respect, uplift, empower one another. Because
Yeah.
we were all born into royalty. And like I said, I didn't find out who I really truly was until I said, yo, I gotta do better. I
Right.
gotta become
Mm-hmm.
better. And I'm
Mm.
a leader. I was never a follower. I was always, no matter how much I did in the street, my brothers and my
Yeah.
cousins always made sure I got my academics straight. You
Right.
can't talk,
Right.
you know, I could have been my own lawyer every time I got arrested, but I just want our people to do better, man. And when I look back on my life and I say, yo, I don't believe who I am and where I'm at, I gotta thank God and Jesus Christ for allowing me to become the king that I am nowadays, the man I am. Because honestly, without the spiritual, I don't believe in religion. Anything the man make, I don't. That's man made. But I'm very spiritual, and we just got to be more spiritually connected to the Most High. And once we become spiritually connected with the Most High, then we feel better about ourselves, and then we can pass that on to our spouse, our kids, and all that. Because if we're not mentally and spiritually and emotionally correct ourselves, we're no use.
Absolutely.
To love people that we claim we love.
I agree.
That's right. I agree with that.
I agree with that 100%. So listen, we have some feedback here in our chat, and I want to make sure that we acknowledge those folks who have been responding to this week's topic. So Jennifer Payne, yep, long answer. TMI, been there, done that. Not all women became emotionally attached to a man via sex, even when it's great. I cannot speak for anyone else, but the attachment for me doesn't come from the, oh, y'all know what we're talking about. It comes from engaging my mind, my brain. And there have been instances when a man tried to get into my head while engaging my body. And that is too simple, almost like a tactic, if you will. I know the difference between true mental and emotional connection and faking it to continue. Cy Robinson says, see now, these questions, that's what he says. Absolutely. There is a double standard. If two people in the world are doing what they want, no feelings, there shouldn't be a negative name for one and an excuse for the behavior of the other. Men think women are the emotional ones, but it's simply we are allowed to have emotions where men are raised not to. I feel like it depends on the person and the connection outside of sex. I could be wrong though. Joe Brazil says, oh Lord, what's up, Joe Brazil? Joe Brazil of the Joe Show, women do this way more than you guys think. I've seen women have a guy that they just called to fix them up right quick, and that same female can have a serious relationship going on with another guy, but keep their little sex guy on the side to fix them up from time to time. They normally call their big bro, or he's like a brother to me, or something like that. Yes, it happens. That female will still care about her man, be jealous about her man, but still love her little side dude on the side. You guys, I'm gonna wrap up with this because I know that Cullen wants to kind of make sure that we stay on task. Y'all, we almost 30 minutes over. I knew this was gonna happen. Listen, I personally think that it's up to the woman. This is a very, very broad topic, and like Tony Sanchez says, DJ Tony Sanchez in the building. He's on YouTube right now checking us out. You'll check him out here. It's Tony Williams. He says, and he always says, we are all we got. Listen, we are. And we have to learn as a people and as a culture and as a brownstone family, we have to learn how to love, honor, and respect one another, no matter what our choices are, learning how to protect our communities and protecting those babies that are coming up under us. That's where we should be right now. And again, I'm going to bring it up again. That's what we are here at brownstoneworldwide.com. We're changing the narrative. So let's talk about a couple of things that are coming down the pipe for us. Number one, Brownstone's Best Business Reviews. Once we finish the inundation that we received from you guys, we're going to open back up our interviews once we finish up with the ones that we currently have. Because again, you guys really, really poured on the love. So shout out to you guys for that. Number two, make sure that you start checking out brownstoneworldwide.com. brownstoneworldwide.com. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat so you guys can see it across the bottom of the screen, rather. Here's something else that's going to be happening. You guys, and I'm going to let Nicole talk about hers, and DeCarlo, you talk about yours. Mikey J has an interview that's coming up with us. He's a part of Brownstone's Best. So big ups to him, and thank you so much for coming here with us and hanging out. What I want you guys to do, once again, is to head over to brownstoneworldwide.com. We are actually live right now. We're still working out some kinks and things, but what we would like you to do is to go ahead and answer the call and subscribe to Brownstone Living. It's our upcoming magazine. We want to make sure that you're connected to everything that is happening when we're talking about changing the narrative. A couple of things that are coming down the pipe. One, our very first Brownstone Worldwide Financial Summit is coming. We're excited about that. And Nicole, you're going to be talking about that in the future. We also have our Love and Relationship Summit that's coming up. And for the end of this year is our annual summit that's going to be virtual this year. And it's called Mind Your Own Business. It's going to be 5 days where we're going to be hanging out virtually in a Zoom room. And we're going to be talking about waking up, getting up, making a plan, working your plan, and staying ready. for 2023. So we got some things that are coming down the pipe. Again, if you want to find out how you can become a contributing writer, you want to find out how you can become one of our sponsors, you want to find out how you can become one of our advertisers and get in the game before the numbers change, because guess what? The prize is going to be the prize. So go ahead and get in with us now. Hit that contact button and let us know what you would like to see or how you want to participate as well. Cullen, I'm going to head it back over to you. And we can all go around and introduce ourselves and what's happening.
I tell you what, it was a great show tonight, Mikey J. I really appreciate you coming on, brother. It was inspirational. You always do things that we see what you're doing, man. You keep doing. The thing that we're doing right now is we're trying to give a voice to the voiceless and give people a forum that they can come and express themselves without somebody antagonizing them or somebody we can agree to disagree. But no one's gonna make you feel bad,
right?
You know what I mean? And that's what this forum is about, and that's what Brownstone Worldwide is about. We're all family. We are a block, block family. So just everybody come in, check us out, give us your your thoughts on it. We're constantly we will do what we need to do to make it more convenient for all. So. Thanks for everybody for stopping by, Nicole. Always, it's always been a pleasure. So I appreciate everybody. Hey, if you got any topics you want to talk about, please send them in. Go to brownstoneworldwide.com, hit the contact, and put your information in.
Absolutely, Nicole, what you got for us as we wrap up?
And on September 26th, I'm excited to be launching Money Mondays, Your Money Matters. We're going to talk about all things financial. One of the things that Paulette mentioned tonight is that sometimes women are in situations and they stay there because they don't have the income to leave. And growing up in that scenario, it has become my passion and purpose to make sure that I educate our community so that they don't have to stay in situations that are harmful because they don't have any money. So Your Money Matters, we're going to talk about budgeting. We're going to talk about financing. We're going to talk about home ownership. We're going to talk about the student loans. We're going to talk about different home ownership programs offered by Bank of America. All sorts of things that deal with your money, savings, and increasing your credit score. So I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome. And it will be available on YouTube, brownstoneworldwide.com, where there's BWTV, and on KCCR Radio, the Brownstone. DeCaro.
Hey, so thank you everybody for just riding with us through this wave. Like I said, don't forget about the lunch. The soft lunch is officially Monday, September 5th. Again, can't repeat it enough because we want everybody to join us on this journey because it's been fun, entertaining, stressful. We done cussed each other out between the three of us. We done did it all. We done had a ball. So also, don't forget to check out Ear Hustling Radio. Each and every Friday night, I drop my new podcast on Spotify as well as Spreaker, as well as the KCCR Radio app. In order for you to listen to all three, you can download the KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center app, by going to your Apple Store or even your Google Play Store. Make sure you do that. And then I got a new music event coming soon with the B-side as well for all my independent artists that's out there. This is the platform we're going to give opportunity for our independent artists to send music in and let us profile it so we can get your music out there for everybody. I will also be doing reviews of independent music as well on my Instagram page as well as all my social media sites. So going to be fun. And then my last thing that I just came up with as of yesterday, I'm going to do a special podcast series called Hip Hop and Me. And what it is about is going to feature me going through a journey of listening to some of my favorite songs from the time when I fell in love with hip hop all the way up until now. So it's going to be a fun journey with that as well too. And it's going to be presented right here on KCCR Radio as well. That's it.
Oh, I love it. And of course, Mikey J with Anya. I love that name. You gonna tell us what movie you done made this week?
Well, I'm distributed through Dame Dash Studios now. Dame Dash, big shout out to Dame Dash. So my first release is Hopeless Romantic. My second release coming up is Keys and Cuffs. Right now on YouTube, I released Keys and Cuffs Before the Badge, which is a prelude to my Keys and Cuffs movie franchise. So it'll tell you how the character Detective Antonio Cuffs, how and why he became a New York City police detective. I actually play that role. And right now I just wrapped up a movie in Cincinnati, Ohio called Heathen. And I'm wrapping up a movie called Sugar Daddy. And I just got contracted to shoot a documentary for Miss Gwendolyn Aquila Salam about her son who did 13 years in Cincinnati, Ohio prison system, and they released him without any charges after 13 years. And I'm also doing a film for a lady out of Texas named Stephanie Baker, and it's called Love of a Liar. And then I got about 9 other productions of mine that are between now and 2023. So I'm just looking forward to the upcoming life that God has planned for me. And I got new music out. I love it. I just signed a new deal with Sony. I got 3 new singles out.
There we go.
And last week, I'm very proud of this. I made 155 magazine covers, 155 as of last week, with Just Be You magazine out of Texas.
Love it.
Okay. So I'm happy about
that.
I love
it.
And I just got back from Atlanta, real quick. From the from the Radio and Records Awards. I was honored along with Betty Wright. Oh my goodness, man! Everybody was there being honored, and I am the 2022. I think it's Director or Filmmaker of the Year, something like that. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Entertainment, the 2022 Entertainment Mogul of the Year.
Hey, that's what's up.
Love it. Excellent. So, Mikey J, when you come to Dallas, you holler at me, especially if you need a little extra coming over.
Wait,
I need to walk past the screen.
You from Dallas?
I am.
The lady movie I'm doing, Stephanie Baker. She's from Dallas. She's flying up next week.
She need a time.
I'm in New York, but I gotta go back to Cincinnati tomorrow.
I got flyer miles. I have travel with. I'll go.
Girl. At my social media, I'll add you. Let's talk.
Let's talk. I'm finna be a star, y'all.
You know what? Come on, Nicole. You a mess. I love it. So y'all, listen. This has been exciting. Mikey J, we cannot wait to have you come back and talk more with us. And when you are doing those releases, don't leave us in the dark, because we're changing the narrative. And that's something that I've realized that you've always done, is you took the bull by the horns and you made the world yours. You know what I mean? And I've always respected that about you, and always paid attention to what you've done along the way. So we can't wait to have you in the studio, and let's rock out and have you come in and interview with us for sure. So y'all, again, for me, the Sunday brunch, y'all know tomorrow morning, we're going to do the day shift. We're going to go live. We're going to talk about tips, topics, and talk, right? And then in the evening, we're going to do a little cooking, and we're going to do a little bit more of the tips, topics, and talk. And I don't know if I'm going to put this wig back on. Listen, okay? So, yeah, that's where we are. And this time, for real, Cullen, I'm turning it back over to you so we can wrap up.
Hey, this again, thanks for everybody for coming. Thanks for everybody for, commenting. And let's have another great weekend. Have a great holiday weekend. Everybody be safe, and come back when we have our next show.
Hey, Cullen, you mind if I pray? You guys mind if I pray us out?
Go ahead.
Oh, excellent.
Let's pray us out. I love it.
All right. Dear God, thank you for bringing this panel together to this evening. It was a great discussion. These discussions are not just needed, but they are warranted. Please place a blessing upon this entire panel. Allow them to live in their greatness and shine in your light, because it's only your light that will get us all through that darkness. And I do ask that you continue to bless everybody on this panel in their endeavors, as you guide them, consult them, and be there for them through every step of the way. This I pray, amen.
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 Come on.
In Jesus' name. Oh, y'all, it's been real. We'll see you on the next edition of the Corner Hot Topics. Have a great night.